Hello everyone, I'm back with Disco Elysium. You were just having something kind of weird cheer you up. I don't know, like, this isn't really relevant to the game, but tonight I was having trouble motivating myself, and I was like, I don't even know what I want to do. And then I heated up pizza of all things, and I was like, I'm just in the mood for pizza, I'm just gonna do that and watch a few, like, random things. And I don't know what it is, because it definitely wasn't the video that was pretty whatever. Nothing worth talking about. But I devoured admittedly an embarrassing amount of pizza, kind of an entire pizza, uh, which is a lot more than I usually eat. But for whatever reason, it actually made me feel better, which is rare. I feel like a lot of the times when I overeat, I just feel worse when I'm feeling down. But today I was like, I just want to, and I did. I think it was worth it. It was a lot of pizza, but for a moment I was like, is my room extra echoey? And then I was like, oh wait, I think that's actually the area in the game. To be fair, I do need to fill my room with more stuff so it's not as echoey. Skiz with slipstreak printed on the laminated top layer. Right? Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. So this seems to be the whole slipstream. Production schedule filament memory. Cool. Well, that's either relevant or it's not relevant and actually sells for money. Which is something I'm not sure if that's like a thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know if most of the items are relevant, but some of them obviously are, right? Like, have the shot put ball. Oh yeah, also one of the comments said something I fully agree with, where they were like, Kim seems awfully patient, maybe this is just the most fun he's had in years, and I was like, that's a surprisingly fair point, and probably accurate. I believe I was looking for, what, batteries? Yeah, I think I was looking for, batteries that weren't exploded or something like that to get the projector running, or maybe a cassette. Either way, I don't have everything I need. If I'd explore more. Heck yeah, healing item. I'll take some magnesium and more money. Dude, there's so much loot in this place. Is that a giant bear fridge? I should check that out, but... The glitter of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Like the furnace has a face, and its face is in agony. Look inside the furnace. It's a dark and it's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above, a voice or several voices talk to each other near the smoke chambers up outside. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them. Interesting that was my success. What are you doing? Lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. Wait, really? Looks up the ceiling. We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs. I don't know if I want to yell for them yet. I don't know who could be upstairs. What is it a furnace? Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. I'm gonna investigate more before I shout. Because I don't know if every check is just naturally leads to good things. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. They are! That's freaking intense. Looks like a giant ice bear. Doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. Crack open the door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. Hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. To take a peek inside, his hand has found the holster of his gun. Look inside the refrigerator. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers. The brand name Revocol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Take the note from the door. Pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Cool. Thanks, Perception. You're really useful. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. Tent reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in his light. So, they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore. I know, says Lieutenant. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. Ted points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. You know, maybe there's a reason most of these businesses failed. In fact, all the businesses here seem to do really stupid things. There's the radio station that had a cool Game Master idea, but they were, like, getting charged like crazy because of the radio thing. There was this where they were like, let's have a giant fucking death bear be our mascot. It'll be fun. The kids will love this thing. Honestly, that being said, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you could advertise this to a certain group of people like me. Like, if you had an ice cream shop and I saw this thing, I'd be like, what the fuck? I want to go there. Because I'm crazy. But I don't know if you're going to advertise this to the kids and mostly families. Like, I feel like some kids would also be like that, but I don't think parents are going to see this and be like, whoa, dude, I want to go see the murder bear with my children. So let's check. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. Oh, and of course the, you know, the current owner who's like, ah, yes, it is a good idea to show everyone that I'm a slave worker who has their child stand out in the cold 24/7 to tell people to buy books that I don't give a shit about. Everyone's just stupid, I guess is what I'm saying. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Red. Can I go in? There we go. What is that? Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Fair. Someone stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. I really like the highlight things button, because I feel like I wouldn't have seen that otherwise. Hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in here. Where are we? Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. Look, there's a hole in the wall. Ah, yes there is. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look? Yeah, I do. Hand reaches deep into the darkness, and spiderweb droning around you find rusty rifles hidden away. It's like the rifles. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye, a bolt-action model with a fine wood stock in better cosmetic order than the others. Heck yeah, dude, I got a gun. I'm an armed police officer, finally. I can start shooting. I just come in with both my guns blasted. I don't know the exact quote. An old Bell Margrave from the Revolution, the lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Well, I guess I won't be blasting anyone with this. Sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy there. I just had to change voice actors. Anyways, what does this mean? A rifle here? Well, I guess I don't get to... There we go. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around Martinet. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. It might come in useful in the future. He likes this find. I appreciate that. Also, that gave me a level up. Which I'm guessing the level up still seems to be I got a skill point. It's interesting. I wonder if you ever get more than skill points, because I know in the title thing it was like, you don't have enough health, raise your physique. And I was like, but how? I don't know how to do that. Anyways, let's see. I'm trying to think of what have I been using? Alright, there's a bunch of things I kind of want. I think I'm going to go with hand-eye coordination. Why? I don't know. Because why not at this point? There's just so many things that I could want, and I kind of want to be. I feel like hand-eye coordination, one of those skills I just kind of want to have. Seems like it could be useful. Also, I found a health item, which is useful. Let's see, 2 cables are plugged in the breaker box. Third one leads the ice bear, the fridge black one, to the ice cream maker nearby. Well, let's look at the ice cream maker first. Insane mesh tank top, +1 drama. Interesting, compared to my +1 physical instrument. Probably the +1 physical instrument is actually better. Mostly because I feel like I'm probably good at the drama. Oh yeah, how are my thoughts progressing? Okay, most of these are pretty done, which is good because researching most of these has been generally negative. So my stats will go up once those are done. Well, theoretically. I guess I'll have to see what consequences comes out of my logic. If they will be for better or for worse. Police work is tough. That is true. And I have been taking many breaks and doing basically no police work. Oh, interesting. So this leads right out to the building here. I might need... I'm back and forth on whether I should try to... Well, it looks like there's more exploring here before I worry about getting if I can get to the roof or not easily. Cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. Okay, well let's unplug the red cable. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. But didn't it say the ice cream machine was unplugged? I can't really see why I would want to leave that plugged in either, to be honest. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. To raise his brows. Doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing. Plug the black cable. Well, I guess I'll figure out what that does later. It just said something with the ice cream machine, and I was like, eh. Jeez. That's not what I expected. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, hello, you hear a woman's voice answer. You've awakened the entity. Are you there, sweet dream? Oh, cool. Hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside. The lieutenant nods and points upstairs. After you, officer. Nice. Okay. I mean, I see the stairs there. I guess the stairs are where we came from, which kind of makes sense. We've gone downstairs and outside from here, so... Back up, hopefully that ice cream maker didn't mess with anything. So supposedly there's a safety curtains. Oh wait. I don't think I even explored all the way up here. What's this? Is that loot? Gimme that postcard. That's not very good loot. I wanted money. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. The floorboard creaks. Spooky. Who are you? Trays full of dice. Colorful polyhedral, hundreds of them. Cool. That's pretty rad. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Hey, dude.
Hello. I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's always to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching. Ooh. I like having this skill. I was so confused. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have the. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed. I must have missed you knocking.
I love learning to swear in different languages. I actually don't know how to swear in any different languages.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
I was looking for something else. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. This person means you or no one else. Absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. Dude, that's right. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker. Doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need. That's cool. You can get a double check for her. I like having all these skills. I like this game in general. Like, it just, I don't know, feels good. It's funny, I'm talking to someone about dice while playing a game where I'm rolling all sorts of dice, even though all of these are invisible rolls. It's interesting how often I roll within very close to the range, I've noticed, though. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Like, I'll succeed something and I'll look at it's like 10 versus 10 or 10 versus 11. I don't feel like I see a lot of times where I massively roll over. I don't know if there's a lot of times I massively rolled under, though, either. Let's see. Become a dice maker. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling rags? Nothing, really. I didn't know him. Cares about the dead body. We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. Lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the one under the large window. Your window looks directly over the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening? I'm sorry, detective. But as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind the windows. Do you often work Sunday nights? It's an odd profession making dice for people, but I like it. I prefer doing this sitting at home. Daily ruckus. Always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've seen a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. Heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back in the darkness. Hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I really get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. Thank you for your answers. That's unfortunate, she nods. Anything else, officer? How'd you become a dice maker? Become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice from out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Sound like you have, like, she sounds happy, and that seems like such a cool job making, like, specialty dice like this. Do you like role-playing games yourself? Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay, and role-players as customers. They're nice people. She's thankful for the security they provide her. Makes sense. Where are we anyways? What is this place? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. She looks the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot from here and there. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms are taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus. Plaisance was right. There's any living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Do you know what happened to other tenants? More or less. Are you interested in anyone in specific? Man, there's a lot of stuff. What's up with the broken windows? Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out the business was actually set up for a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milus. Who would have guessed? What's a snuff milu? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. Its Sub Rosa radio station broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it. Things change in her tone as she says that, as it's just another piece of information to lay out of the world. Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed Sub Rosas. Turns to you. This isn't our problem. Wait, unlicensed? So, unless I'm misunderstanding, does that mean you can get licensed to make snuff in this universe? That's a little weird. I mean, not to judge anyone for their fetishes, but I feel like snuff is something that it's strange to be able to become licensed for. Did someone here make stuffed animals? No, he mostly just did drugs. Let's see. Androgynous Orlando or something. They weren't that big a hit around here. It turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that world. Not the haircut, it's about the confidence. Custer should have been more open-minded. I guess it just wasn't the time yet. She didn't have hair under her headscarf. What happened to the gym? wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemetep's Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youths away from drugs and crime. Maybe Kuno needs that. Little ginger gremlin. Oh, yes, soon the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities from the backyard. I think it will take more than a gym to help that kid. Yeah, maybe a bullet to the head. It would help that kid. Kind man from Z. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, so that's why I wanted to start the gym as his way of giving back. Dude, is this like... I don't know. I feel like that used to be a story thing. I can't think of from what, but I swear I've seen that exact idea in a comic book before. Like an older comic book. How did the community project work out? It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinet even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs is full of Emma whatevers. Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This is a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful in the plaza ever since. Well, that's a shame that it didn't actually work out. I found a creepy mannequin. Fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They're doing well for a couple of years until the insects' right activists came. I didn't know insects had any rights or activists. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the... who cares? You know, political bitches suck balls and they went bankrupt. Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took a little too far. She looks around you, know, several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her, legs up. They're not moving. What's with the rotor blades and skis? They're made by a company called Slipstream. They pivoted from making rotor blades to skis. Their chief took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tio whatever or whatever. Interesting. What do these transitions say? The usual, I imagine. That he's thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns. Men like that are a curse. Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I don't know why those skis and blades are still lying around the house. Not much use now, I guess. Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long. That would be cool. Found a strange machine. Fortress Accent, the radio game station. She liked them. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. Certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules. What do you mean liberal? What happened? Usually they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. What went wrong? Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe that they were historical individuals on some grand quest. That's almost mocking when she says that. The project did look quite impressive, yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism, you know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and show up to work on time. Well, showing no work on time is incredibly hard. So is producing something extraordinary. Her eyes wander the shelves, hold dye, prototypes, and models. Things strains on her face where she looks up again. Anything else? There was a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar. Oh boy, the fabled revocable ice city. You're in for a treat here. Place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about the other ideas. Alright, what was the other idea? There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. 20 cents per hour, damn. And by man the booth, I mean slip behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared disturb their bored magazine browsing. So it's like she really didn't like those girls. Frit did the same thing. I know a girl like that. She works in Frit. Playing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and girl-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revocable Ice City. And they already had the bear. Close your eyes if remembering something painful. Oh, what about the bear? The bear! She repeats, twisting her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. Of course, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't want malformed ice cream served by grumpy teenagers. But damn, I would still fucking hang out by Murder Bear. Eventually, Revocable Ice City lost a price war to its rival Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece out of regular fridges. Damn. I killed the bear. You did what? She rolls her soul chair an inch closer to you, unsure whether she heard you right. I unplugged the fridge to help Virtual Ice City cut their losses. Ah, of course, they left it plugged in. Even in debt, the bear is costing them money. Those who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while on high dissecants. He called it Megathorine. Megathorine? A mega wild beast. What's a mega wild beast? It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited, but it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around. Don't do drugs. Very good, you shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams idly swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it. Little sparkling embers under the window. I had other questions. Damn, this game lets you go off about everything. I mean, I see why people call it cursed now. I'd like to order a die from you. What kind of die do you think fits my personality? I think I have just the right one for you. She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes out something. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm. Police colors. Because I'm a police officer. Not those original, I know, she smiles, almost apologizing, but sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. She tosses you the die, though. A gift from me. Well, I did just upgrade my hand-eye coordination, and success. Mr. Smooth moves. You catch a dice out of the air in one hand, just like you're in a movie. Say nothing. Act like you've done this 1,000 times. What are the odds? The dice maker gives you a warm smile. The red one is made out of bloodstone with lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. Think of them as your lucky charm, officer. She smiled at you. She smiled. You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves. Nice. Definitely need luck in Martinet. Was there anything else? Any more questions about this bill? No. With the stories as the one how, but I don't think of the stories are true. She sent me, she thinks it's swarming with a malicious energy. Pleasance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? I don't know why the bookstore has gone bankrupt yet. That's why I'm here to investigate. Alright, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. Hold on. Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time under the East Delta Commerce Center project. The whirling rags doesn't really look like it's cursed. And then there's me. She sighs, looking at our messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters. I've been here 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it? Maybe it's because she is so talented that she's been able to woo the curse. It's because you're competent and dedicated to craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. Erupts in laughter. What's the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? Only describing it as a curse, it's capitalism. Damn. Capitalism is a curse. I mean, what? Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest. I'm starting to think that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Exactly. Truth is always so disapprovingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? Let's say on the subject, she's been through and truthful as we can see. Apparently my shivers attempt here. Pleasance is not going to like what you have to tell her. My shivers is super low. Why is that? Or I think it's just because it's a physical stat. I don't think anything is affecting it. Oh, some kind of superstar. Whoa, that's a very intensive picture. Let's see. They say the world isn't ready for rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise the ranks of to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all of these who say fuck off and die in a cool voice, you people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day in the future. Cops will be like astrophysicists or prime ministers or prophets, and you're the first one. It's beautiful. -1 logic, price of self-delusion. I disagree, but fair enough. And I improved the learning cap of suggestion, Visual calculus, weirdly enough, electrochemistry, and composure. Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I really don't care about electrochemistry, but I'm happy to get even more points in suggestion, composure, and visual calculus. And dude, I'm so close to the other two. Oh, unlockable, it says. So... fascinating. I really didn't understand how this works. So I need to actually basically level up to get rid of one of these. Or I need more space later on to learn more. That's kind of a shame. It definitely doesn't lend itself to a lot of, like, trial and error. Like, I mean, you know, like, it doesn't lend itself to a lot of trying new things here. Well, I'll deal. I don't think that this is terrible. I mean, like I said, most of the things are things that I do want out of this. Not everything, but most of them. So I think she was the voice I heard through the chimney, theoretically. I don't know where else it'd be coming from. I will try to thoroughly explore just because I feel like there's a lot of space up here. What's this again? What can we... Oh, insert the production schedule. So with drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play starts blinking. Or fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's plein magnetic driver. Stare at the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest. Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? Static gets louder, slowly filling up with the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting the air. Good afternoon. Fortress accent on Rue de Saint-Gasoline. The East in Saladin. Repeater, Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? What are you, machine? Yes, I'm alive. I'm 74 years old, and my name is Uvoin. Now, please repeat. Is this the production schedule? That whispers in your ear. She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid. But where are you? How did you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Insulin Repeater Station. My job to know where you are, Fortress accent. As for me, well, then I am sitting in my cubicle surrounded by walls of radios. Doesn't it get lonely? Doing this job? Lonely. For the first time you hear a chuckle, the rustic satyr. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day. That's why she does this. Now, please, for the reason for your call, Fortress Accident. It's a production schedule. You've inserted into the reader. A glowing thing I put inside. Yes. This is production schedule. Yes. Good. Please repeat the password. Just for her hint. I'm really bad. Can you give me a hint? No. A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations. Thanks. Thanks, Encyclopedia. Is it my birthday? Still no. I know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Is there anything else I can do for you? How'd you company Fortress Accident? Is the company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered? Have any other information? One moment. Fortress Accent SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. Interactive call-in radio game. Exact answer response. Any other questions? You're asking the connection finally improves. That's all for now. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay, that was a different thought entirely. Rigorous self-critique. Let's see. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right, these are not the flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. Let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it. Damn, dude. Okay, int and psi red check failures heal +1 morale. Weird. So my failures heal me, and my pain threshold increased. And I'm about to learn the other thing too. I guess I might as well, it's been a little bit, but I might as well at least stick around until the last of my things trigger. But man, there's been a lot of it. There's so much to this game, I've gotta say. It's honestly pretty crazy how much game exists in this game. Like, I don't know, I'm always blown away, right? I feel like there's a million cutscenes, a million characters. I wonder how long it is. It feels like it's gonna be, like, a long-ass game, right? Like, this game could be hundreds of hours, for all I know. I'll worry about you later. Like, come on. What is this game logic? Do I have to go outside to trigger it? No, but it triggered the other thing inside. Like, without me going between loading barriers. But yeah, I just want, Time really, I assume time moves in, like, exact... Or just time, maybe time moves when I do things. Maybe time doesn't move naturally? Is that what's happening? Like, maybe, let's try talking to you. Does time move when I talk to you?
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime, just a few days ago. It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. Never mind. Okay. There we go. So new dialogue did make time advance, so I was right. Oh, the shot put thing. I can do that. That shouldn't take too long. Hopefully. You.
Oh, I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Damn.
René, it's the little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Oh, hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
You're not the dead guy. Let me think. I heard someone was hanged on the left on a tree for a week. That's all I know, really. Yeah, absolutely nothing? No, officer. And I really would like to assist you in something project. We are both good guys, as you can see. Help them, you wimp. Approach fills his eyes. You have plenty of shoulders, the gouged caviar and the union. Someone must know something. I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. His cheeks turn red. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that. Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here. Sounds a bit like you're holding back. I'm not, he assures you. I'm not even any... Of course he's holding back. The cabineer folds his arms. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly. Can't I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Ren? His eyes are furious. I'm not anyone important in union. I just know Evart. Who is this Evart you know? Evart Clare. Everyone in Martinet knows the Clare brothers, says solemnly. Taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium. What do you know about history? Cabineer snaps at Gaston. Never witnessed history, only heard about it years later when it had already moved on. You don't know history. Old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. The blind leading the blind, doesn't even begin to describe it, is what he said. Let's try not to get caught in the Lieutenant lowers his voice crossfire, lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient. You're a union member? Oh. In many ways, yes. Like an honorary member, I attend meetings and parties, help little things. All know me. In many ways? Oh yes, you're not an actual member. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evart keeps me on payroll, just for the little things. So that's what it was before, him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Renee's eyes. Oh, of course I'm not a member. He's not a member of anything, I knew that. Frowns. He's a weather vane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look as important. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already. What are the little things you do? Writing, work mostly. Occasionally he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspaper about the matinee and things and how things are they could be. Evart and I have long talks where tells his little pen man exactly what to say. No, thank you, he nods silent-wide, for being concert professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time. Bye for now. Alright, so before we keep going, Lonesome Long Way Home. Man, these are all so metal, these pictures. Let's see. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of Lake, Frozen Eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of the street, lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a Matchbox 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why'd you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? Have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Damn. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Speed gives 1... What does that mean? I wish I knew what that meant. Speed gives 1 psi. I'm trying to... Oops. Okay. Well, anyways, I guess I actually will wait until next time to give their ball back, because that took longer than I thought. Once again, lots of things to do, lots of people to talk to, but thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.